Hello, welcome to day 3 of 31 and 31. I'm John from Just Another Horror Podcast. I just want to remind everybody again, like I will every episode, so get used to this rhetoric. If you want to listen to the show, we're on Podomatic, iTunes, Stitcher, all that fun stuff. The show is Just Another Horror Podcast. We just released a new episode today on the movie Rocktober Blood. So, what did I watch today? I watched a movie called Altered States. It's from 1980. It's directed by Ken Russell, and it has William Hurt as the main character. He's Dr. Jessup, and what he's doing at the beginning of this movie is going into a sensory deprivation tank, which is a tank with water in it, and he's trying to find consciousness, or where consciousness came from, or what it is, or where people came from, or he's just trying to find, like, the beginning of life. And basically, he's not admitting to it, but he's addicted to this, sort of like a drug. And, and he ends up meeting a girl at a party who is soon to be a graduate of, I guess, Columbia University. And they're both moving to Harvard, so they get married. But, I mean, this guy is so messed up. He sees God in a heater while having sex with this woman. That's how completely gone he is. He ends up going to South America to get some mushrooms with an Indian tribe and trips out real bad and brings this mushroom stuff home with him to try in the sensory deprivation tank because he thinks he can de-evolutionize or genetically change himself by using this drug. He thinks that he can make his hallucinations physically manifest. He thinks that because the body is made up of so many cells that took billions of years to get there, that they have memories stored inside them, and he's trying to access them. I mean, this is right up my alley. But it is really complex and weird. And plus it's 1980, so when things get trippy, it's more like watching a Windows Media Player screensaver thing, you know, one of those old things. The movie really had my attention. Like, it really had some interesting ideas. And then this happens. So here we are searching for what it must be like, maybe the God particle equivalent or something. And instead, he's an ape. But he's still regressing. That's the thing. Like, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought, this is your answer. He's an animal. Well, it goes even further. He keeps going backwards and backwards and backwards. And these scientists just keep letting him do this. Even his wife is like, dude, I don't know if you're really telling the truth or not, but this is scary shit. But he keeps doing it, and eventually he finds what he's looking for, and it's not pretty. And yeah, it's kind of a downer ending. Plus, there's amazing shots of, like, depictions of hell, and a lot of, like, religious allegory for some reason, which I'm very confused about. This movie was kind of like physics and also, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've seen this movie 3 times, and I've been reading goofball shit like quantum physics, and Stephen Hawking wrote a book. What was it called? The History of Time or something like that. The Brief History of Time. I read a little bit of that. This stuff is wacky. And this movie tackles it, and this is the first time I watched it with some of those ideas in my head, and I was like, I don't know if I went cross-eyed, but I hope I did. I tried. I went cross-eyed watching this movie, but in a good way. This stuff is intense. Now, what does this have to do with horror? I don't know. It's listed as a horror movie. I've seen it before. I got it out of the horror bin. it's a different kind of horror. It's like mind horror, I guess. I guess Monkey Man does beat somebody to death with a stick. That's horrific-ish. But if you like deep-thinking movies, if you like movies that really challenge you, this is definitely a must-watch. I'm definitely going to watch this again. The only thing I didn't like I said, was the cop-out with the ape running around. It was a little bit cheesy and goofy. But, once you get past that and you see where it's going and where it ends up finishing, it's a good scene. So, definitely recommend Altered States. So, see you tomorrow.